the Centre. The first mod map to grace ARK Survival Evolved, bringing with it one of the easiest scenic and vertical maps the game has to offer, boasting the first map to bring floating islands, many mountainous flat building spots, a vast underground world, and some of the most hidden and OP base locations to build in, as well as one of the best to find high level dinos. You're right kids, it's Raasclark and welcome to episode 3 of my map survivor guides. Today of course we are taking on the Centre. Before we begin, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, share around, and let's get into it. So as per other maps, the Centre boasts a blue, a green and a red one, all identifying an area of difficulty surrounding that ob, with the area surrounding blue ob being your beginner area, offering plenty of PTs, trikes, stegos and brontos. The land spanning around green ob is a bit more difficult, as you're challenged against more hostile creatures and environments with swampy areas and ice cold temperatures in the snowy mountains. And the area of red ob is literally an island in itself, Lava Island, where you will face against the most ferocious hostile creatures there are on the map. But the Centre is so much more, with a giant floating island levitating above a waterfall overlooking the entire map. Giant sheer waterfall areas that span that far and wide, with multiple areas to build and hide behind these waterfalls. As said, tall overlooking snowy peaks, offering ice cold death temperatures, and yet again being fantastic spots to build, and a redwoods biome that spans the entire bottom of the map, with its own biome specific creatures, and once again fantastic building spots. The rocky cliff faces that hang off the edge of the world and drop all the way down, offering some fantastic places to build and hide. And hidden within the sea is an ocean maze filled with miles and miles of tunnels and incredibly dark areas to hide yourself in. There's even an ice palace that can double up as a base, using the giant ice blocks to live in. And the Underworld, a map in its own right, a huge, vast area with its own sun that encompasses so much of the map. As I mentioned, this is one of the best maps to tame dinos on. For reasons unknown, you will find higher levels more consistent on this map than almost any other map, meaning this is the place to find and tame gigas, especially as they're contained on one island, where a new giga will respawn on that island every time you kill one. If you're playing on a server that allows flyers in caves, this is fantastic to run drops due to the huge caves where you can bypass minions and hit all of those luxurious red loot crates. Spawning on the Centre, you're spoilt for choice, but certainly don't go for the easiest spawn, Tropical South, which will land you on the island where blue ob is, as I guarantee there will be a PvPer lurking around the corner and awaiting to ambush you. So if looking for an easier ride spawning on the map, perhaps choose Tropical North. Any of the jungle spawns are okay, but could be a gamble depending on where it places you. And the redwood spawns are okay, putting you on the beaches and giving you some time to get inland. But personally, on a busy PvP map, I would always choose South Snow, being one of the less popular spawns, and although there are hostile creatures there, you've normally got some time to run away and get yourself safe. As I mentioned, this is one of the best maps for base locations, with many hidden rat holes all over the map, giving you some time to get on your feet and build towards a proper base. There are hundreds of elevated areas all across the map, giving you some vertical advantage against your foes. And hidden in the sea are air bubbles, where you can build on land but still be under the sea. and there are so many fantastic caves on this map, with a few of them offering crouch points as their entrances, making them very hard to raid. And the Pearl Cave on Island being just that, a cave full of pearls. The Hard Snow Cave is one of the hardest base locations to raid, owed to tight corridors, underwater areas, vertical drops, but ultimately offering one of the biggest locations to build in. Resources, metal, fortunately for you there is an abundance across the entire map, with my favourite being the overhang on the edge of the redwoods, boasting a dense volume of metal. But if we go north you will find Skull Island, armed to the teeth with metal, crystal and obsidian. And if you're looking for oil you can venture to one of the snow mountains, either the north or the south, both offering plenty of oil and crystal to boot. Cementing paste is easily accessed through the many beaver dam spawns throughout the map, with my favourite in particular being the lake at the floating island. Pearls of course are plentiful in the ocean and can be easily farmed if you're ready to take on the hostiles in the ocean there, but starting out I would venture to the pond near Ice Palace, where there's plenty right near the surface and can be easily farmed on foot, with the same area being great for organic poly, as surrounding the Ice Palace are many penguins all ready to offer you poly once killed. Black pearls, like the island, sadly you are limited to the sea creatures on the map, where you can farm a minimal amount by killing Eurypterids, or venturing further deeper in the sea and taking on the Tuzos, alpha versions and alpha Moses that lurk in the deep dark. The boss arena on the centre boasts the Broodmother and the Megapithecus that are certainly one of the easiest versions of these bosses to beat, and is somewhat a unique arena in that it's the only one you can see from anywhere on the map. But sadly it's one of the hardest to grind for, requiring a heck of a lot of Apex items for those harder difficulties. But it's one of the best for running artifacts, with the Artifact of the Cunning being simply accessed at the back of the Ice Palace, which you can literally do on foot. And if you're playing on a server that allows flyers in caves, or possibly using one of those glider dinos, the Devious is very easy to access, being just under the floating island. Skylord in the South Snow Cave can be easily minion avoided and ran to and back. And the Strong and the Massive, both in the Lava Cave, can both be easily flown to as well. But one of the biggest awesome secrets in the centre is the jumping puzzle that yes can be cheesed with a tech suit to grab those loot giving red drops and the pack artifact, but it serves as one of the biggest tests of players' skills, wit and patience, as you're required to use every parkour skill in the book. And that wraps up my guide for the centre. I hope you enjoyed it, kids. Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to hit that like button, as it really does mean a lot. I'll see you soon with episode 4 on Ragnarok. My name's Raasclark. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and as always, peace out.